So I figure I spitball some ideas of a classic DC character, Wonder Woman, Diana Prince. I always thought there was a fair bit to delve into within the Greek mythology side. Now, this isn't to discount Wonder Woman's own mythology. She actually has a fair bit of her own defined villains who, by the way, more of them are going to enter public domain soon after Wonder Woman over Superman's. And some of her sidekicks, like Dawn and Troy, have a lot of untapped potential. They certainly have a fair bit to work with into stories. At the same time, there's a fair bit to work with characters within Greek mythology itself, which I think can make some pretty interesting stories and parallels. Some are pretty big staples within Wonder Woman, like Medusa and Ares, and some that I think could have potential, like Athena. Now, there's lots of different approaches within general DC Comics, or heck, the DC animated universe. They just sort of exist. Don't think too hard how they clash with other deities or Christianity. They just, sort of exist. Wonder Woman Earth 1, which transferred more of a focus to Hercules over Zeus, the guy more known for being human. It's worth knowing the MCU, which portrayed its deities as basically aliens or magic being super advanced science. Loki had an alien army. The DCU has been pretty reductive with Greek mythology, like, oh, they all were killed by Ares long ago. Here's Ares now. Also, Zack Snyder had this pretty funny idea that they were originally Kryptonians, and Ares crashed a scout ship. That's kind of funny. Like, somehow Kryptonian Ares was just able to magically teleport. My idea for the Greek gods is more subdued than them naturally existing, but there's still some layers to it. So all I'll really say is that in relation, they're actually pretty young. Like, overall, Wonder Woman and the whole idea of Themyscira is older than these emerging gods. A lot of the people in Themyscira believe in them, but a lot of the higher-ups like Apollo to know they're only recently going to start emerging up, and when they start doing so, they're going to do so fast. They mostly are just really powerful metahumans, which, in general are pretty common within a comic book universe, but here it's like they're obscenely powerful. And I'll just say they're only really powerful in a certain way. Like the main OG Zeus, you'd think he has shape-shifting or time powers, but he really just produces a lot of lightning. But it was a lot of energy. He's a human battery. It's also worth knowing a lot of these guys would be notably mentally ill, with discerning reality and such. So in some case, a bit of a test is who to end up trusting more. I can imagine some of the gods being pretty sparsely around. Poseidon, somewhere Atlantis. I toyed with the idea of him being Aquaman himself. Hades, somewhere in Gotham. It's over a crazy barrage. Also, tying with the Amazons, they believe that the main female gods would be the best force to counter the destructive male wiles. Think of it, Aphrodite with her seduction, Athena with her wisdom and strategy, Hera with her motherly hawkishness over Zeus. It almost seems like the perfect counters. But to see. I have 3 notable beats of the story planned out based around a certain god and how Wonder Woman tackles them. Number 1 is Zeus himself, a sort of prototype Zeus, just starting out. As stated, he's mostly just energy, and a lot of the tricks he pulls off is thanks to his second in command, Athena, whose ability is being really smart. In the end, Wonder Woman defeats Zeus through some trickery, he retains a bit of a hidden tree, and tries to rehabilitate Athena within Themyscira. Now the second chapter would focus on Athena, who seems to be rehabilitating within Themyscira, but she got some tricks of her own. I'll just say in classic Athena fashion, she ends up transforming someone, in this case creating Cheetah. I could also imagine Dawn and Troy playing a role. This could all be some wild stuff. In contrasting Zeus, where he's defeated for being outsmarted, Athena is through compassion, where Wonder Woman relies on her allies, from Wonder Girl to Cheetah, to one-up Athena. And then the third chapter would be none other than the classic Ares himself, who is straight up wanting war, and it could be a big event itself. For all I know, he wants Mars because that was his planet. I can even see Wonder Woman working with some of the old gods she defeated, like Zeus and Athena, and she does end up beating Ares, but there would be a price. I can imagine it where Wonder Woman temporarily joins the gods, replacing one of them, like Ares for God of War, Athena for her place, or someone else entirely, and that could be some real wild stuff. Again, some God of War stuff, and not let this power corrupt. Anyway, these are some of my rough ideas. Takes a lot to handle the gods, but I trust Wonder Woman to make it.